Hello guys, and welcome to another one. This one is going to be a little bit different. So I'm walking around my origin town and I decided that it is actually a good time to teach you guys how to carry. And what I mean is the best carry setup for these very high health bosses. So I made a video yesterday about carrying in the Draconian era. So I'm going to explain the build that I used to do that. And as you guys could have seen, I was able to destroy everything in one hit once the carry build got up and running. So I'll explain. So from the top, this beautiful helmet here is one that gives foresight and it gives the temporary magic up 1. So it gives the magic bonus temporarily and it gives a bit of foresight as well as some HP, which I also like because we do use the berserks. So just having a little bit more HP is always nice. The chest piece is one that gives another temporary buff, but this one gives the temporary all up, which the two useful buffs from the all up that we need would be the magic and the dexterity. And you know that dexterity helps you to miss just a little bit less. There is still an innate miss chance in the game. That means that if you have a trillion dexterity, you can still miss. But having just a little bit more dexterity will mean that you miss less. And then the additional magic is always good. The staves that I'm using, there, I'm walking past a cow. I don't know if you guys know what a cow is, but they're this huge thing. Anyway, the staff of the Chimera gives the Berserk 1 buff or the damage 1, but it's a bit different from the other single buffs because this one actually gives a 50% damage increase and is essential to a proper carry build. Following that, we have the Arisen Macapillar. The Arisen Fey Macapillar is better, but I do not have a good one of that, unfortunately. So this one gives you the permanent magic 1 buff. So that is the single arrow magic buff. So single arrow, single but different because 50% single arrow. So these three, I believe, give you 25% increase in the relevant whatever. So if it's magic, then it's a 25% damage increase for magic. If it is dexterity, it is a 25% increase to your dexterity, and so on. We move on to the boots, which are also essential. So one of the things with both heretic and deity carry is that the more you use your mana, the stronger you will get because your stats are going to be scaled as your mana is reduced in battle. Deities, they start to get the stat bonus after they have passed 50% and below of their mana, and that also works with their HP. For heretics, we get it as soon as we start using our mana. So it is best to start using our mana as heretics as soon as possible. And this one helps us in the way that it increases the mana that is required for each spell. So if you don't have this, which you can get it during this video, it is the Draconian era event, as I said, so you can definitely get the boots. If you don't have the boots yet, you might have to use the Heretic's robe, and that takes even more mana. And it's basically just to help you scale into the dungeon, getting stronger as you go. Lugos gauntlets, what is there to explain? Lugos gauntlets are the ones that give you the temporary 3 arrows up. Guys, oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. That was a bit of a long walk and I just got home. So yeah, Lugos gauntlets give you the temporary magic or attack up 3, which gives you a 100% increase in your damage of whatever the buff was. So 100% damage increase for magic in our case. Recovery and harm. The amity that I'm using allows these temporary buffs to last 50% longer. So the carry is more consistent, the damage can be more consistent, and you don't have to worry about your buffs dropping off too quickly. Why are temporary buffs so important in dungeons? So unlike raids or solo target, what would I call them now? Solo target activities, you are getting a proc on each of the monsters you hit during horde or multi-target things. So when you use Mage's Dance, something that only procced 7% per will now proc 7 times 5. What is that, like 35? So it's like that. It's like an increase in proc for the temporary items, and whew, wow, I should not have made this video like this, but I think I've explained everything adequately well, so I'm gonna go continue and push through it. But I think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. More targets means that the stuff procs more, so I'm not even gonna try to get too complicated with it. And yeah, so this is the build that I use, and if you want to see how it works, you should check out my carrying in the Draconian era video, and you will see it in action. Now, as usual, I would like to thank my Patreons. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone who watches and likes and comments and subscribes, because most people just like. So I mean, most people just watch, they don't like, they don't comment, they don't do anything. So honestly, I'm thinking to move my videos to Patreon so I can go in depth in teaching more end game stuff and more mid game stuff. But I don't like sharing my knowledge, and it just feels unappreciated. So I don't think I will be doing that much through YouTube anymore. I probably will be going and doing it through my Patreon. So yeah, I hope this one was educational to the few persons who do watch this stuff and appreciate it, and I thank you. So see ya.